What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another toy review. This time featuring Sodo Kamen Rider Bitter Gavv. So as you can see, I already posed him in his rather zombie-like pose, I guess. So I have been waiting for this Sodo figure to come out ever since Bitter Gavv actually made his debut. Like, I really love the design. So the idea of Shoma having a dark form, well, kind of. So this became the embodiment of that. So without further ado, let's take a review of Kamen Rider Gavv, or rather Bitter Gavv. I stand corrected. So anyways, as you can see here, so this is of course the main body. Again, I've already posed him. So it comes with the Bitter Gavv. So I am going to change the pose a little bit. So yes, so you can see it comes in two parts actually. So you have the main sword, and it also comes with a pommel. Of course, typical Sodo with closed hands that also serve as like the grip parts, the gripping hands for the accessories, and typical open hands. And it comes with an action base. As you can see, I actually left this plate blank because I put the sticker on the other side just so I don't waste the sticker, but I also need a blank action base if, let's say, I'm going to use it on other figures just in case. But rather than the typical pattern that I usually do, so I'm gonna cast this aside. So here we have the boxes actually. So as you can see here, of course, as with any other Sodo form, so you got the A set or set A. So this contains the accessories like the head, um, arms, so leg parts, chest armor, and uh, the sword, and the action base as well. And for the B set or set B, so you simply get the main body. So looking at the back packaging, so I'm gonna use this B set box for this. And as you can see, so within this lineup, we also get Blizzard Sorbet, Valen Choco Frappe Custom, Vram's Jelly Custom. We also have optional parts for the Gavv's Chocodan form, and then a Sodo original form, which is based on Bandai's other popular snack called the um, Hakutsukioryo Choco. So again, this is only a Sodo exclusive form. So yeah. So again, these are only optional parts, and if you wanna get the figure, so I would suggest like you get, well, the actual Gavv figure. So I'm gonna get that right here. So I have mine in Zaku Zaku chips. So again, you need this main body, and then uh, again sold separately. So these are just armor parts. And last but not the least, we have optional parts for Valen as well. So you get the Domaru and the Chocold form. Again, like I've mentioned, just as with the original or the Chocodon parts, so you need the original Valen figure. Like, so this guy right here. There we go. So again, you need this guy in order to equip these. So again, sold separately. But with that said, let's continue on with Bitter Gavv. So, like I've already shown you before, so this is how it looks like completed. And I must say, so, well, this is actually quite a breeze, I would say, in terms of like putting on the stickers. I guess now that I have myself a dedicated pair of tweezers for applying stickers, which I have been using on my Gunpla recently, so putting on stickers on this guy was a breeze. And usually, like, I would check like the manual uh, before it was printed within the boxes, but now uh, you actually have to scan this code to get like a PDF file of how to apply the stickers, or you can use the URL and type it on your PC or laptop if you're doing it that way. But never did I once look at the website. I simply looked at the packaging, and based on that, I put on the stickers. And surprisingly enough, like, I felt that it took a lot less time than I expected. I would say somewhere within 30 minutes, maybe even 20. But yeah, it didn't really take me a long time to put on the stickers. Like, I know where some of the stickers would go, such as the face. Like, this is all one piece, so it all just slaps onto that part. And the chest, so easy to understand. Like, there are three stickers on there, but like, I can easily like see where they should go. And same thing with the other parts of the armor, and even with the body stickers. So I didn't really look at it much. They were really easy to understand. So like, I can see where they would go. So especially like with these leg stickers, and on the inner thigh, because I've already assembled again the main Gavv before, or popping gummy. So I already understood where some of the stickers went. But again, like, this is one of the easier, I would say, figures that, in terms of applying stickers, it's one of the easiest. Maybe the easy. No, 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 no. I take back what I said. This isn't the easiest, but this is definitely one of the easiest that I've ever done, and like, it just felt so satisfying to me, to be completely honest. But anyways, enough about the stickers. So let's move on with the articulation. And as always, you have like a complete 360 turn of the head. Even with the collar, you can freely do that. So you can kind of tilt again up and down. So the shoulders, so they can go up to here. Of course, turn around 360. So there is the upper arm rolling joint, so that you can turn the arms around like so, and the elbow, uh, doing just a little bit more than 90 degrees, just slightly. And of course, the hands on the ball joint can turn around 360 and maybe do a little bit of tilting on the side, but yeah. And for the waist, so if you take off the belt, so it can potentially go around 360, but with the belt on, so it kind of stops you from doing that, but you do still get some turns. So for the legs, you can freely do the splits. So within the thigh, so you get that typical thigh joint for thigh rolls. And the knees bend more than 90 degrees, and the feet on the ball joint, so turn around 360. And thanks to the groove on the inner side, you can also tilt it like that. So for example, I would pose this guy in somewhat of a rider kick pose. Let's do that. So no problem. Yeah. And of course, again, the action base, just a peg, and you can just slap it on like so if you want. There we go. So as for this figure itself, again, first of all, I already love the visuals of Bitter Gavv from the get-go. I do really like the color scheme. So yeah, already pretty good in my opinion. So again, visuals are there. The fact that it comes with the Bitter Gavv blade as as an included accessory, very very nice. So because of its rather sleek design, you get quite like a good amount of articulation from this guy. So for this lineup, I was actually trying to consider getting like the Blizzard Sorbet form as well. It's not my favorite, to be completely honest. Up until now, my favorite form, honestly, would be the caking form, which I have reviewed before. Actually, you know what? Let's get him. Like, my Soda collection is on the side, so we got this guy right here. So, yeah. So I do love the caking form. This is my favorite Gavv form so far. So, what made me decide to or rather, so this has been on my definitely get list. But what made me consider getting the Blizzard Sorbet form as well is that it actually has two weapon accessories. So one of them is the Gabblade, which actually was the main thing that I wanted from that kit. But it also had its own version of the caking whippier. So you get two weapons for that figure, which I honestly think, like, objectively speaking, you get quite a bang for your buck. And again, I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the Blizzard Sorbet. Again, personally, caking form is my favorite. But, like, looking at the design of it, it actually looks really, really nice. But yeah, due to budget reasons, I decided to just get this figure. If I had some extra, I most likely would have gotten both. But again, uh, this was on my to get list, definitely. So when I found this guy, I immediately grabbed it from the shelf. Also, it turns out, like, the day that I got this, well, the Blizzard Sorbet was already bought, so it was meant to be that I got this. But again, I have no regrets. So yeah. Now, the only issue that I have, if we're going to talk about, like, negatives, so the price. Now, I got this one for basically 650 yen per box. So to complete this guy, I had to spend 1,300 yen. Which, honestly, I know inflation is a big factor in everything, but yeah, sodas have been also getting more expensive. Like, to put into perspective, like, I have here, just to show you guys. So, uh, so I have here my HG Gundam F91. This cost me just 20 yen more than this guy. Okay? For nearly the same price, like, this feels more like a steal. This feels more like I've been stolen from, price-wise. But again, looking at the finished product, it was somewhat worth it, but, you know, again, real life, economy, inflation, and things like that, well, they happen. But, nonetheless, if you do, like, if you are interested in, like, Bitter Gavv, I highly recommend that you get one. So, I am going to probably make it fight against Gavv and see what I can do. Yeah. Overall, again, the only issue I have with this guy was the price, but given the quality and the visual, I would say I am going to give Kamen Rider Bitter Gavv a 4.5 out of 5. So, yeah, this is my complete honest opinion. That point 0.5 was just the pricing. Like, yeah, it should have been cheaper than what it is. Like maybe like 100 yen more. So, but again, like I've been saying over and over again, real life happens, so we really can't blame Bandai. But maybe, if they can knock back the price a little bit, considering how popular these guys are, like, at least where I live right now, like, once they're off the shelves, it's hard for them to make a comeback. So, the fact that I got this, I feel so lucky. And every time, like, I get a single unit of Sodo that I am able to complete, or like, especially when the ones that I really want are available, I immediately take the opportunity to grab them and, uh, complete them, assemble them, put the stickers on, and make my reviews as fast as possible, because I'm just lucky to just even find the unit or the model that I want. So yeah, that's my take on Kamen Rider Bitter Gavv Soto. So I hope you guys enjoyed. So tell me, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you next time. Bye.